Venice, Italy is a city of water, famous for its 30 miles of canals and the boats that people use to get around them. But the waves from those same boats are destroying many of the city's most ancient buildings, costing Venice $4 million in restoration projects each year. Now one inventor offers help with a boat designed to devour its own waves. Mark Mullen explains.
From St. Mark's Square to 15th century palazzos to world-famous art museums, Venice is rich with structures hundreds of years old, all of them in danger because they lie at the water's edge.
The buildings are directly on the water without protections.
The Venetians call the problem wave pollution. Water buses, motorboats, even the picturesque gondolas all make waves which then wash up against the ancient structures and weaken their foundations.
Just like on a beach, when the waves crash up on a beach, it pulls away a little bit of the sand, and that's why you see erosion on the beach. Well, the same thing's happening in Venice, and these waves crash up against the marble and slowly eat away at it.
Now, Chuck Robinson, an American inventor who lives in Venice, has proposed a solution to the problem. A radical new boat design. He calls it the mangia, onda, Italian for wave eater.
We called it a wave eater because it eats the wave. You not only swallows it, but you have to digest it. And so it really is eating the wave.
Robinson has spent much of his life thinking about boats. In the 1960s, he built and designed the Panamax, the largest ship ever to fit through the Panama Canal. In the 1980s, he designed one of the world's fastest sailboats, the Red Hornet. Today, he is building a boat to save Venice because he says that is in keeping with the city's maritime history.
They conquered the world by being able to build better ships and faster ships.
The mangia onda is the first hull design that actually reduces wave damage in Venice.
We decided to test brand new hulls, and we came up with a hull that we call the M-hull.
The M-hull has three parts: the central hull, two skirts, and the channels. As it moves through the water, the front of the boat makes waves. In a normal boat with a central hull, those waves would move away from the boat and cause damage. But with the new hull design, the mangia onda traps the waves under the boat.
We capture it with this skirt and then channel it back through the boat so that by the time it comes out the back end, it's very calm and flat.
Channeling the waves also gives the boat extra lift, so it needs less energy to push through the water.
This mangia onda technology will reduce power requirements by 10%, 20%, 30%.
Robertson has loaned the mangia onda to the city of Venice for further experimentation.
It's a simple concept, and it's so fundamentally sound that everybody wonders why it hasn't been done before.
A full-size 73-foot mangia onda is under construction that Robinson says will be ready for the waters next year. 21st century technology traveling alongside 11th century tradition. Mark Mullen, ABC News.
That's all for this edition of the program. I'm Steve Abison. Join us next week for more Discovery News.